Hello, everybody. This is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. And today's topic is how to answer questions. How to answer questions. So, for those of you who would like my book for free, how's that working? You can go to roberthollis.com/free. And we'll wait for Facebook to reach out to each and every person. Thank you, Mark Zuckerberg, for creating this. And as soon as we get some people on here, we'll get started in a little bit. So, hi, Bill Shoemaker. How are you doing? Love and appreciate you. Hi, Arthur. A good day to you, sir. Hi, Melody. I love and appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for being on here. Let me see here. We got Vernie. We got Craig. Hi, Craig. How you doing? There's my lovely wife, Terry. And John Deere. I think I said his name. Hi, Deb. Hey, Kai. Clarence, nice to have you on here. Appreciate that. And I see that we're already a minute in, so I'll go ahead and get started here. Hello, my name is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. And today's subject is how to answer questions. How to answer questions. And I'm going to give a shout out to a good friend I've had for many years, Eric Markman. Me and him were going back and forth with this, and it's really amazing. So one of the first things I want each and every one of you to understand is one of the big reasons that I believe that people don't reach out to people, so in any business in the world and virtually any vision inspires success in others now. It's very difficult to do things all by yourself. It really is. So if you want to accomplish something and you really want to make a huge difference in the world, learning how to handle objections or learning how to answer questions is just the key. Hello, Aaron Parker, man. Blessed to have you on here. Hi, Mike, Carol. It's one of those things, right? And so we don't want to go out and reach out to people because there's some way that we got this programmed in our head that we have to know everything about everything. And that is just so weird to have that kind of mentality that I can't reach out to people because I don't know the answers. I don't know where that came from. I'd like Joe Kenmore, man. We've got some great people on here. Hi, Jim. And so my mentor shared this with me, and I want to share it with you. So first of all, no one knows everything about anything, right? And so, this whole concept, well, I just need to learn more. I just need to learn more. I need to know more. What if they ask me questions? What if we ask them questions? I was one of those people. I'm very analytical. I don't know if it's my ego or what it is. It's got to be my ego that I really want to know the information. So when I reach out to people, I can answer their questions, right? And that is totally the wrong way to do it. Totally wrong way. So my mentor used to share with me, Robert, he said, listen, don't you want to be honest with people? Don't you want to be brutally honest with people? And I said, yes. Why wouldn't you think I want to? And he goes, why is it so difficult for when someone asks you a question to just very simply say, I don't know that? How important is it or how valuable is it for you to get that answer? You know what I mean? So when me and Eric Markman was going back and forth with this, it's pretty amazing that whether you believe in Jesus or not, so it's like Buddha, Muhammad, it's like, all these teachers. So yesterday I was talking to Eric Markman and I said, hey, listen, you know what? Do you ever notice that in the scriptures in the Bible that Jesus talked in parables? He talked in examples, but mostly he always asked a question when people asked a question. So I went on Google yesterday and I put in, did Jesus answer questions with questions? And listen to this. It says that, it said here that in the gospel that He was asked 183 questions. So Jesus was asked in the writings of the Bible 183 times he got asked a question, and only 3 times did he answer. So 187 times, 183 times, he asked a question when people asked him a question. Example, it's like, didn't you tell people? No. Do you believe that you're God? Do you believe that you're God? And his response was, I am what you say I am. What do you say I am? What do you think I am? You know? And so, Yoda and all these mentors throughout the world always knew this next part of this training I'm going to share with you, or the next thought of this personal philosophy, is a majority of the time, most of the time, people are asking questions just to ask questions. It's really not their concern in any way, shape, or form. So when they ask, like, what is this? You know what I mean? Or, is this a pyramid? Or is this a scam? Or whatever, that's really, truly not their question. Their question is maybe, I don't want to do anything. I'm very complacent. I'm a conformist. I don't want to do anything. So what they'll do is they'll say, well, do I have to sell? They'll ask, isn't it close to saturation? I think the prices are too high. Why are the prices so high? They always ask questions just to ask questions. And so if you understand that, I learned that if anyone asks me any questions, to first of all, very, 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 very important, is acknowledge it. Don't ignore them. Don't try to say that it's not. So when people ask me a question about anything, my first thing is I say to them is, wow, that's a great question. See, just acknowledge it. Yeah, that's a great question. Or sometimes if it's true, you can say, I had that question. I had that question. And this is what I found, right? So when people ask me a question, I'll say to them, well, listen, that's a great question. And I want to make sure you get the right answer to your question. Isn't that important to you? Or isn't it important to you that you get the right answer to your question? Did you see that? Because the way I was taught is when my mentor taught me this, then I was able to talk to anybody at any time. Why? Because I'm totally prepared. I'm 100% prepared. It's like, I was trying to think of the Clint Eastwood movie, Dirty Harry, Make My Day. So now that I'm empowered and I know that no matter what someone says to me, I have an answer. And so here's my answer. This is what he taught me. If someone asked me a question, well, can you tell me a little bit about the comp plan? How's the comp plan work? What kind of comp plan do you have? My answer could be, or what products do you market? Anything like that. Just go say, listen to him, say, wow, I really don't know the total answer to that question. But what I would like to do is I'd like to share with you videos from the owners of the company itself. They cover everything from A to Z. And I would love to introduce you to that video so I know that it would answer some of your questions. Isn't that important to you? Don't you see the value in getting the information directly from the source? That's a great question. To be honest with you, I don't know the complete answer to that. What I'd like to do is get your answer. And I would like to have you create a free account, and then I'll point, guide, and direct you to the videos to get the answers to your questions. You deserve that, don't you? So one of the things that I was taught that again, if I don't know, I don't have to know the answer. And still to this day, I deliberately, listen to me, on purpose, intensely, on purpose, I don't know a lot of stuff about MDC. So if someone reached out to me and said, what's the ingredients in your sprays, or how's the process work in creating your CBD? What are the things that are in or not in your makeup, cosmetology? I deliberately, listen to me, I deliberately do not want to study that stuff because one, I don't consider myself a salesperson, but also I want them to get the information directly from the source. And that is including, listen closely, you guys, that's including to getting them involved in MDC. So what I always do is I say to a person, just recently, someone reached out to me and said, what's this prepaid travel stuff all the time about? And I said to the person, I said, I think you wouldn't be interested in what we're doing unless you've seen how the process works. Wouldn't you agree? Did you hear that? And they go, yeah. So I said, if you would please allow me to send you $100 prepaid virtual card, then by simply giving me your email address and phone number, I got your name, I can send you the card so you can see the marketing process, the certain way on how we get people exposed to what this is. I said a lot of people want to know about it, but they really want to know how it works. Are you the kind of individual that needs to know how it works? Yeah, I am. Well, great. Then give me your email and your phone number. So when people ask questions, you don't have to answer them. Did you hear what I said? A lot of people don't get this. They go, oh my God, I can't reach out to people because what if they ask me a question and I don't know? And then if I don't know, I sound stupid. And then if I'm stupid, they don't want to do business with me. This is all the Dino chatter and the voices that are going on in your head. So what if every question they asked you, you could just very simply say, wow, that's a great question. Is it really important to you to get an answer to that? Yes, it is. Wouldn't you agree that getting it directly from the source would be the best way to fulfill or get that answer? Yeah. Great. Let me send you a link. You can become an affiliate for free. Now, create an account for free. And I will be able to point, guide, and direct you directly to the source. That's very important to you, isn't it? So a lot of people, again, get caught up in this. I don't need to know. So if people could come up to me and ask me questions about products and what's in it, and I'll give you a perfect example. Just recently, someone reached out to me and asked me, Robert, with High Life Travel, and they quote the price on the High Life Travel portal. Is that with tax and fees and everything? I go, wow, that's a great question. I don't know. I love saying I don't know. That's a great question. I don't know. I'm sorry that I don't know that answer. Could you do me a huge favor and ask customer service? I said, in fact, when you get an answer, would you do me a favor and come back to me and tell me what the answer is? And they go, oh, absolutely. I've never, ever, ever had someone get mad at me for being so bold and honest that I don't know the answer. Now, here's where you know you're really in management mode. Is when everyone in your organization believes they can come to you for the answer. See, so you've already been the answer person, the answer person, the answer person, the answer person, the answer person. So then the whole world knows that you get something, you get a payoff, you get significance, you get importance, you get your ego fed by being the answer person. So then instead of teaching people how to get the right answer, you become the answer person. So now your team reaches out to you and says, hey, how does this work? Hang on. I'll call customer service. I'll reach out to Josh and Jenna. I'll reach out to some uplines, and I'm going to get the answer to your question. Ah? How many of you do that? I know some of you have heard me say this and you think that I'm joking, but no one does this to me anymore. So someone will reach out to me and say, I got a question about this. I got a question about this. And I go, okay. And then I turn around and I say, listen, do you want to stay on the line? This is probably why I don't do it anymore, because I don't use a phone. You know what I mean? And I said, hey, listen, you want me to do a 3-way call with you really quickly to customer service? And they go, no, I don't need you to do a 3-way with customer service. I can call customer service on my own. Oh, okay. And I'm like, because people just sometimes just have questions after questions after questions after questions after questions after questions after questions, and they never ever seem to get to a place where they feel comfortable to introduce this to people and allow people to actually go through the process and learn. So I hope this helped you. I really hope this helped you. So I just thought it was fascinating that, Eric brought that up to me, because I know Eric feels the need to answer their question. It really hangs him up all the time. So he'll reach out to someone, he'll connect with people, and then they'll ask him a question, then he's got to freeze, and then he's got to come to me and ask the question. And I don't answer the question. So, just recently he brought up something and a person said something to him. Well, listen, I'm not interested in travel. Uninterested, move on, because I have a timeshare. And so Eric reaches out to me and he said, listen, this guy says he's got a timeshare. What is a timeshare? And I said to Eric, why don't you ask him? Why should I take my time answering people's questions instead of getting them directly to go? I could do it, but I know not to. So people reach out to me, Robert, you sent me this voice message. You clicked on the bottom and you left me this voice message. How do I do that? And see, some people go, I'm going to show them how. Let's set up a Zoom. Let's show them. I tell them, I say, hey, listen, you can go to YouTube and put in how to leave a voice message on Facebook Messenger. Really? Hey, listen, anything that you want to know how to do, how to paint, how to change your fuel filter on your car, you can put anything in there. How to fill out oh, thank you. People really, really, really appreciate people that help them find the place to get the answer. Did you guys follow that? Because if you get caught into the place of answering a question, then they ask another one, then they ask another one, then they ask another one, then they ask another one. So I hope that helped you. I really, really hope that helped you. Have a blessed day. If no one's giving you permission to succeed in life, let me be the first. And please do me a huge personal favor and share this video. Take care and talk to you soon. Bye for now.